Super Mario Brothers, the movie, the first movie in the Mario franchise that is in modern times, at least, because we had those old Mario makes back in the old days. I remember watching those, man. It was a really, really good time. But today, we are going to talk about the new Super Mario Brothers movie that finally hit theaters. I got to watch on opening night, and I will say before we get into it, this is a spoiler review. So if you're watching this and you haven't really read the title, because it has a spoiler in the title, I'll give you a chance to click off the video in 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's get into it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels, and this is the Clenema channel. We talk about movies, shows, anything that I'm watching. I'm going to just talk about for a long time, however long it takes me to get through it. So I'm going to talk about the Mario Brothers movie today. I know that was a really long intro. I tend to have long intros of this, and I'm just making it seem even longer. So let's get into it. Okay, saw the movie. Thought it was great. Long story short, I thought it was really good. It's kind of like I'm really comparing it to the Sonic movie when it came out. It's not necessarily that I really enjoyed the movie for the story or the structure or anything. This is honestly just a big nostalgia trip, and that is what I'm there for. It just hits me with memories constantly. It's just like from the music, and I was just sitting back and like enjoying the music just going on. The remakes of like Rainbow Road, the remakes of like the Mario theme. I'm surprised about how many songs they actually hit. Like a new Mario Kart was about to come. All of the Easter eggs in this movie were so well done, and that's something that I really loved about the Sonic movie, and I'm going to try not to compare it to the Sonic movie, but I kind of am because I'm enjoying those movies for the, just the sake of getting hit with nostalgia, you know what I mean? And I don't know if people are going to the movie for the same reason, because especially if you're younger today, then you would go into it like, oh my god, it's a Mario movie, but for me, it's like, these are the games I grew up with, now we're on the big screen. I've actually been really enjoying the TikToks lately, with the, I don't know the name of the song, but it's the Harry Styles song, where it's like, as it was, and then it just shows like, a little clip of some kid playing on like a little bit of a box TV playing the old Mario games, and then it cuts to 2023 and now we're here in the movie theaters with Mario on the big screen. It's like, it's crazy about how long that this stuff has come along, you know what I mean? And also, where did this start, where every single time they've tried to in the past make a movie or a series on something video game related, it just was absolutely garbage, and now all of a sudden you have Sonic. It was really good. Yeah, you have Mario now, and I thought it was really good as well. But let's talk about the story. Let's talk about like the actual movie. So long story short, like I said, I did enjoy it. I was really worried going into this about the voice acting cast, because of course, like we all were, Chris Pratt, I was like, really? And I'm a big fan of Chris Pratt. I really, really like him. But the thing is, like, as Mario, I don't know. But if I didn't know that this was Chris Pratt going into that movie, I would have never known. He played a fantastic Mario. I don't know who played Luigi, but the voice for that was great. The voice for everybody was fantastic. And I even, like, going into it was like, Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong? He's going to sound like Seth Rogen, but then I enjoyed the voice. I was quite pleasantly surprised about how much I really enjoyed all the voices in this movie. Every actor, actress was perfect. Jack Black stole the show. Amazing, amazing Bowser, okay? So I was really worried, and that's what I thought. I wasn't going to like the movie as much because of like the voices, but no, they were all perfect. It was incredible. As for the story, honestly, it was quite basic. They took a little bit of a turn with it, with Luigi being the one who was captured, and I was like, I didn't like that at the beginning. It was really cool, but then they started going to the interesting things where it's like Luigi was with Luigi's Mansion, and the dry bones coming out, and leaving like the teeniest, tiniest little Easter eggs. You know what I mean? With Luigi walking around with the flashlight, it's going in and out, and he's like, Mario, you know what I mean? And even I saw it with my parents and my fiance, and my mom looked at me because she grew up, like, she watched me play these games growing up, you know what I mean? She looked at me, and even my mom was like, that's Luigi's Mansion. That's Luigi's Mansion. And she was like getting the same nostalgic trip that I was getting, which was really, really nice to see, because my mom was a stay-at-home mom with me for most of my life, and she's always watching me play these video games, so she understood so many of the references with the Sonic movies and so many of these references with Mario. She understood Mario Kart. She knew that Donkey Kong was coming out in the jungle. You know what I mean? We're going to go visit the Kongs. And that's what I really enjoyed. And I had like a really, really nice moment with my mom there where she was like smiling and enjoying the same nostalgic trips that I was. And that's the same reason I really enjoyed seeing the Sonic movies with her, because again, I just relate to her so much in that sense. You know what I mean? She watched me play these games, and it's really cool. Like, seeing her smile throughout the movie was the best part about the movie. Does that make sense at all? Because that's why I'm really enjoying these movies. I'm getting a little bit off topic again, though. Like, going back to the story I just talked about. Also, at the very beginning of the movie, I found it interesting how they decided to approach Mario and Luigi, like, being from... I don't know if this was, like, part of Mario's lore or anything like that he actually came from a human world and the Mushroom Kingdom was a separate dimension. I didn't think about that before. I didn't know that. I don't know if that's actually part of, like, again, the lore of Mario, the Super Mario Bros, or the whole universe there. I thought that was kind of just, like, Earth, but I don't know why I was thinking that. So now that I'm thinking about it, it doesn't really make sense to think that. So it's just, I thought it was cool seeing Mario like without hair, and they were actually working as plumbers, which was actually really funny. The whole scene with the dog was hilarious. Loved it. You got to go into this movie, like I said, just it's a lighthearted Mario film. So long story short, they get sucked into the dimension. We get introduced to Bowser, and Bowser is so funny. Again, Jack Black was perfect. Bowser's like playing the song, and the song it's like this really cool like I love you Peach song, and then it's like peaches and peaches and peaches and peaches and peaches. I enjoyed it. I was laughing every single time Bowser was on scene. They didn't spend too much time with him, but you get the gist. It's a Mario movie. Bad guy Bowser shows up and then wants to just crush people. So I felt like the movie was moving really quickly, but the movie was an hour and a half long, and that's how long movies used to be. You know what I mean? I guess I'm just used to seeing movies that are 2 or 3 hours long now, which is really, really strange. But it was really nice because there are so many movies nowadays where they take it in so many different directions. And what I really loved about this is a straightforward Mario movie. There was nothing else to it. Mario comes in, he's from another planet, he goes to, hey, I'm missing my brother. They go through these awesome Mario levels, the pipes, you get all the Easter eggs, goes with Peach. We found out Peach is actually really cool, and I thought Peach would have been the one to be captured, so I didn't really mind that story. I was like, I don't know how I felt about it, and I think I mentioned that a little bit earlier. I didn't know how I felt about Luigi being the one being kidnapped, but I ended up really liking it. Mario and Peach had a really good relationship, same with Toad. They go over to Donkey Kong, they have the amazing Smash Bros moment with the power-ups. I really like it. Donkey Kong was arrogant, throwing barrels. Again, there are Easter eggs at every single little turn in this movie. That's what was awesome about it. So they go in, they have that big fight with Donkey Kong. The Kong army gets with them. Bowser finds out that they're going to go surprise him, and they meet on the kart, the Mario Kart Rainbow Road track, and the little bit of like a little twist of the melodies. You know what I mean? I'm really, really enjoying the music in this. Also, like it's incredible the amount of detail they went into just to even choosing the karts. It's even that little slider that they have on the loading screen. It was just so well done, man. And the scenes were really fun. The scenes were really fun when you're driving around on the cart. And the movie's not deep enough where I can just like dissect every little piece of it. You know what I mean? Eventually, Bowser gets a hold of Peach. They're going to get married, just as Bowser always wanted to do, right? And then they come in, they destroy the party. That's the gist of it. There's nothing really deep to dive into. There's no like secret little storylines. It's just a really fun, nice, lighthearted Mario movie. And I got to say that last fight was fantastic. The one where they go back to New York, and then I enjoyed the Smash Bros. Aspect of it. And actually, I felt a little bit like, hey, that's pretty cool. Like I was a little bit emotionally invested into it, especially at the ending scene. I loved, by the way, absolutely loved, as a huge Smash Bros. Fan, one of my favorite games of all time, Smash Bros. Ultimate, how Mario ended the movie with a spike. I knew it was coming, and there was actually a lot of times when Mario was fighting and Donkey Kong was fighting, and there were all these things that they were doing, like even like the little grab and the spin move that he did with Bowser. They took so many things out of Smash Bros. And I'm like, that's so awesome. I know that. And I played against my brother all the time, who's a Mario main. Or not a Mario main, but he's like, plays Mario really, really well. He might as well be a main, to be honest with you. And then Mario ended off with that big spike, and it actually did the spike thing where Bowser just went zoom and then slammed into the ground. Loved it. Absolutely loved that touch. And then the move, like they defeated them. Mario and Luigi became the heroes that they wanted to be about the city, and then the movie ended. That's the gist of it. Again, it's the whole point. It was a nice, lighthearted Mario movie. I enjoyed it. It was just a nice nostalgia trip. I would give it a 9 out of 10 on the movie scale. Easter eggs were everywhere, and I can't wait to see the next one. They set up for a next movie with Yoshi egg hatching. I would love to see more characters brought into this. Give me Waluigi and give me a crossover with Sonic. Give me a whole Smash Bros. Movie and universe, because I got a little bit of a taste of what a Smash Bros. Movie could be. I would do anything to see a universe built up with all the Nintendo characters and all the gaming characters. Make them come in together. I would absolutely love that. This is where I'll leave it up to you guys. Let me know what you thought about the Mario movie down below, because I thought it was great. I had a great time watching it. Again, this is a spoil. Feel free to spoil down in the comment section down below about the Mario movie. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. On the screen right now, you will have 2 fantastic series, movie reviews, something along the lines of that on screen. Thank you so much for watching again, guys. I will see you in the next video. Take care.